The first thing we're going to need to do is actually download Apple Classroom for your computer, and do that just by heading to the App Store, and we just simply type in Classroom, and there's a second option, and we hit this icon here is the one you're after, and we hit download. Now that is downloaded, I'm just going to hit open. And you can see that I've already made one Apple Classroom in the past here, but for the purposes of today's video, I'm just going to set up a trial one. So I'm going to hit this one, and it's asking me to name my class. In this case, it's a trial class, and the description is trial class for stuff. Give it a new icon, maybe a globe, and a new color just to differentiate it, and hit create. So now that you've created your class, and we'll see that we need to add students. And here I have Archie Lomka's iPad, so we can see what he's seeing compared to what I'm seeing. So the first thing that I'm going to do is, as a teacher, I need to hit add student, and I get this message come up here saying that my students are going to need this code 3562. And on his, I'm actually going to go to his settings. He now has an option for Apple Classroom. So on his iPad, I'm going to hit that option there, and he's now has the option to add my classroom that I called trial class. So I'm going to hit add trial class, and now Archie needs to enter that code 3562, and I can hit add, and now we can see that it's actually waiting for me to accept him. I go back to mine, there's Archie there, and I want to add Archie as a student in my class. The next thing that I want to show with regards to Apple Classroom is one of the capabilities that it has. And that's the ability for me to override or to control Archie's iPad. That is only going to be possible if in Archie's settings, which is back here, he changes allow teacher to lock apps and device, and to AirPlay and view his screen. If Archie has already changed it to always, but I believe that the default setting was ask. So very important that when you're setting up your class, we make them all change it to always. Let's imagine that Archie is now working on a program such as, let's say Safari. Archie's now working on Safari, and he's looking at pictures of gloves. Me as the teacher, I can't see that. This is just the view that shows me that Archie is actually signed into my class. But if I click on screens, I can now see what is actually going on Archie's screen. And if I change that to a different view, you can see that it live streams in pretty quick time exactly what our students are looking. I can also double click on that and bring it up for a better view. I can see that Archie is on task and he's looking at some gloves. However, I need the class's attention, so I'm going to highlight his name and I'm going to lock Archie's iPad. To get a view of what that looks like from Archie's perspective, Archie's iPad now looks like this. and he can't access anything until I unlock it.